Tonight, we meet as Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, but most importantly, as Americans, with the duty to one another, to America, to the American people, and to the Constitution, and an unwavering resolve that freedom will always triumph over tyranny.
President Joe Biden in his first State of the Union address talking COVID, the economy, and stating Russian President Vladimir Putin has no idea what's coming. I'm joined live by 12 News Politics editor Ted Nesi to break down some of the key parts of this speech. All right, let's start with the president talking about Vladimir Putin. He singled him out. That was the first topic tonight. Let's hear what he had to say.
6 days ago, Russia's Vladimir Putin sought to shake the very foundations of the free world, thinking he could make it bend to his menacing ways. But he badly miscalculated. He thought he could roll into Ukraine and the world would roll over. Instead, he met with a wall of strength he never anticipated or imagined. He met the Ukrainian people.
The crisis in Ukraine getting a big applause from both sides of the aisle, Ted.
Yeah, Mike, you know, that allowed the president to start on a bipartisan note, and of course it fit with the news of the day. You've seen Democrats and Republicans both feel very aggrieved about what Vladimir Putin has done. And you did also hear the president, though, go out of his way to say American forces, quote, will not engage in conflict with Russian forces, trying to maintain a bright line between support for Ukraine and U.S. troops fighting bright line against U.S. troops fighting Russian troops.
All right, most of the issues, though, were for issues here at home. Big one was inflation.
And with all the bright spots in our economy, record job growth, higher wages, too many families are struggling to keep up with their bills. Inflation is robbing them of gains they thought otherwise they would be able to feel. I get it. That's why my top priority is getting prices under control. Look.
Clearly, the president felt he had to acknowledge the frustration many Americans are feeling as just the prices keep going up.
Yeah, it's striking, Mike. I look back, there was no mention of inflation when the president addressed a joint session of Congress last year. Tonight, it was front and center. Not a surprise either. We had a News Nation poll showing nearly 90% of Americans are very concerned or somewhat concerned about this issue. Biden argued the policies he's put forward pending in Congress will help, but until Americans start to see evidence of prices going down, he and other Democrats probably going to have an uphill battle here.
Well, another issue the president discussed where polls show voters are increasingly concerned is crime. And here's something he had to say about that.
We should all agree the answer is not to defund the police. It's to fund the police.
There's no accident there by saying fund the police.
Yeah, the White House sending a message there, Mike. A lot of Democrats have been concerned that the defund the police rhetoric in 2020 hurt the party. Clearly, President Biden thinks some voters still needed to hear reassurance that he doesn't agree with that. And also crime like inflation, something that's rising on the agenda again and that could play a role in the midterm elections this year.
All right, Ted, as always, thank you for your thoughts. Shannon?
In the Republican response, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds says the party is worried the country's on the wrong track. She says the Biden administration took the country back decades in a time with record inflation and violence. Tonight's GOP response was also used to go after the Biden administration's handling of the Ukraine crisis.
But we shouldn't ignore what happened in the run-up to Putin's invasion. Waiving sanctions on Russian pipelines while eliminating oil production here at home. Focusing on political correctness rather than military readiness, reacting to world events instead of driving them. Weakness on the world stage has a cost, and the president's approach to foreign policy has consistently been too little, too late.
Governor Reynolds also said Republicans are focused on a pro-parent, pro-family revolution after 2 years of the government telling parents how to raise their kids, referencing masks and distance learning.